I'm excited to be here. Also nervous, so let's just go. Let's go. Oh, great. So it's 2015. I'm working on a corporate accelerator for Philips, a male grooming, male shaving product, the Philips One Blade. Amazing product, but troubled. So someone gives me Eric Ries's Lean Startup to read for inspiration. And it actually reminds me of something very specific. Is it because Eric Ries's wonderful prose makes me feel like I'm on vacation when I read it? Yes and no. I actually spent a lot of time on islands like this in college. I majored in a really exciting topic called organismic and evolutionary biology. You really have to get that organismic one pronounced right or things get weird. But during this time, I studied a really interesting genus of lizards, and they were called Anolis lizards. Oh my God, so cute. I love them. I always will. And this genus is really interesting and very important for science because it's a perfect evolutionary model. And so therefore, I want to tell you a little bit more about these lizards and also lessons we can take from them for startups. They come from a really great place to visit, the Caribbean, 4 main islands, Cuba, Jamaica, Dominican Republic and Haiti, and Puerto Rico. All of these islands share very similar environments and habitats. And on all of these islands, you find 4 different lizards. You find a big one living in a tree, in the top of the tree that looks like a dinosaur. You find a smaller one in the branches of the tree, a small brown one on the trunk of the tree, and an adorable teeny tiny one on the twig of the tree. So on each of the islands, you have each of these 4 types. The one in the big one in the tree on Cuba looks very similar to the big one in the tree on Jamaica. So what we would expect is that those are very closely related lizards, that those are kind of sister species in the evolutionary family. But actually what researchers were able to find is that big one in Cuba, that big green one in the top of the tree, is more closely related to the tiny little brown one on the twig than it is to one that looks very similar to it on another island. Oh my God, so cool. Evolution is real. Evolution is predictable. It happened 4 times on these 4 islands and produced the exact same results. So what we're able to learn from that is these processes are predictable, and hey, maybe there's some learnings we actually have from another process we know really well, Lean Startup, that we can experience. So basic evolution. You need variation in a population. You need different traits and types. Then survival of the fittest. Only the strong survive the cold winter or the hot summer. Those traits that they had are then passed on to the next generation. Sounds like build a bunch of MVPs, stick them into nature, and let customers decide and learn from those experiences. So here are 3 main lessons about evolution I want to share with you. 1, evolution happens fastest on islands. On islands, there are fewer predators, so things that are very small can grow very big very fast. This is actually something I experienced at Philips. So we took our little corporate accelerator, we built our own island. It was an attic, it was not in the Caribbean, but we were able to escape the corporate predators and corporate sharks and let our little ideas have space to grow really big, really fast. The second learning from evolution is that competition forces creativity. Just like those lizards evolved to take over niches of the tree and to be able to live in harmony, sometimes you as a startup need to do that as well. Our big competitor from my Philips male grooming experience was Gillette. Just seeing this picture makes me nervous. But what we were able to do is find a niche that Gillette was not addressing. So we focused on men who grew beards and who did facial styling, and that was our key to success by focusing on that small group. And the third lesson is that diversity is the starting point. You need those innovative and competitive traits in the population to start with so they can rise to the top. In our case at Philips Male Grooming, that meant that we needed a diverse team of people from different backgrounds. So we had 10 countries represented. We had people who could grow beards and people who could not grow beards. And then we also had just a diversity of professional experiences that got all the great ideas on the table. So you want to be through the survival of the fittest fight. Take those 3 lessons on board, embrace your island, survive in your niche and thrive in your niche, and remember that diversity delivers. Because at the end of the day, we are all just a lizard on a tree, and evolution happens and startups fail, but I hope these little tips are opening your mind to ways to improve your chances for survival. Thank you.